would you assess your overall health right now? Are there areas that you think you could do a better job on taking care of yourself? And what is the first step you could do to start making positive changes if necessary? Well, in addition to our overall health management, social connections and stimulation are also important. You know, loneliness has been identified as a huge health issue for people who are no longer in the workplace. Loneliness can affect our mental and our emotional well-being, and it's also associated with increased risk of heart disease and stroke. So finding ways to connect with others, whether through some formal means like a hiking group, a civic or religious organization, or by cultivating new friends, that's very important. Now I'll tell you something. I tend to be more of a quieter person. I don't like big groups. But I knew how important social connections would be, so I started cultivating new relationships before I even left the workplace. Keeping mentally stimulated is also important once we're no longer in the workplace, so we've got to keep challenging ourselves. You might take a class. You can take online classes anymore for free through platforms like edX or Coursera. The internet has opened up the whole world, and we can take little mini courses for free. What are some ways you see yourself staying connected to others and to get some mental stimulation? You've got to think about that as you start moving into your retirement years. Now, you may already have strong social connections and stimulation right where you live, but location is still something many retirees have to consider as they move into their years ahead. Research suggests that the majority of retirees want to age in place, but sometimes this is not practical. First, your home may be too big or too unsafe once you get older. Second, you may not be able to afford the home that you have. And that includes general upkeep and maintenance, like I was suggesting earlier. 3, you may want to live closer to your family. You may want to give them support. You may need their support. And 4th, your community may not provide sufficient community support, such as public transportation, medical services, or other social opportunities that you're going to need when you retire. Even if you want to, can you afford to stay where you are? Will your current home be safe for your future? And could you, if this is not going to be the right choice for you, could you describe an ideal location for retirement, including the physical setting, the services, and the surrounding community? Something you've got to consider before you start thinking about your life in retirement. And possibly related to your social connections and need for stimulation and where you're going to retire is a sense of meaning or purpose, as some describe it. Purpose has been technically defined as a self-organizing life aim that stimulates goals. It keeps us going. Studies suggest that with a strong sense of purpose, we're less likely than those who don't have it to die of cardiovascular diseases. The well-known Blue Zones project that involved researching 5 regions in the world where people had the greatest longevity and healthy lifestyles found that purpose was very important. And some described it as that which gets them up in the morning and keeps them going. Retirement literature is filled with suggestions on how we can cultivate a sense of purpose. You know, it doesn't have to be complicated or this great thing out there that we do. It's simply what gives meaning to your life. Now, for some, that might mean volunteering. You could just, find a cause that's important to you. For others, it might mean spending time with family and loved ones. For others, it could be starting a new business or continuing to learn. And still, others might find that having meaning is developing some sort of legacy or leaving some sort of legacy, financial or otherwise, such as writing your life memoir. What are some things that currently give you a sense of meaning or purpose? And what kind of things do you think will give your life meaning and purpose as you move into retirement?